Welcome to this edition of Carolina Kart Scene. This is the 13th edition for Mother's Day weekend, May 13th. I want to thank everybody for the suggestions and comments this past week. Also, just before recording, I noticed that we just passed 200 subscribers, so I want to thank everybody that is subscribed, everybody that watches the different videos, and if you like and comment, I really do appreciate it. We're going to continue to try to expand into other areas. This week we'll talk about some of the upcoming races in South Carolina, North Carolina, and one racetrack that actually released their schedule that I'm personally very excited about. So let's get to it. First racetrack we want to talk about is Mitchell Speedway in Dudley, North Carolina, which is close to Goldsboro, North Carolina. We talked about this racetrack last week about their testing. Well, they actually this past week released their race schedule. They'll be racing on Friday nights with a lot of different races every other weekend. And then on the opposite weekend, they have a lot of open practice dates. This is one of the only asphalt oval kart tracks that I know of in the area, and so definitely a great track to get out. This will be the second racetrack that actually will run on Friday nights. Woodleaf will run a couple of open flat kart nights down in Woodleaf, North Carolina, so definitely a good schedule to have, and hopefully they can be successful with it. So definitely check them out. We will be racing here a lot in the upcoming weeks ourselves. First racetrack we want to talk about running in North Carolina on May 13th is Liberty Raceway Park. They'll be part of their North Carolina Dirt Series, and the Gambler Racing Products is sponsoring this event. This racetrack is near Liberty, North Carolina, and Stanley, North Carolina, and also near Siler City, North Carolina. There's a lot of guaranteed money on the line. Clone 390, Pro Clone 425. They have this is an open tire event, and so definitely check them out. We will personally be running at this race. I'm going to try to get some filming when I am there, but they also have a live stream this past weekend that they're running on their Facebook page. So if you are not able to be there, you want to watch, or if you want to go back and review the races that you might have been in. They also post a lot of different races on YouTube, so check out their YouTube channel and the races that they have coming up. Next up, running in North Carolina is Triple T Speedway in St. Paul's, North Carolina, running their Saturday night point series. There's a lot of classes they have on the schedule, and again, the top 3 finalists in each point class gets an invitation to the Maxxis National in October. So this is a great racetrack. We've been to it before earlier in the year, and so definitely if you're in this area, get out and watch them. They always put on a great show, so check them out. Next up is Margarettsville Speedway in Margarettsville, North Carolina. This racetrack is just below the Virginia state line near Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. This is a great little racetrack with long straightaways, so it puts on some excellent racing. Gates open at 7 a.m. with practice starting at 9 a.m. BDL Motorsports is sponsoring the Clone Heavy feature event, so definitely get out and check them out. Next up is Old State Line Speedway in Lawsonville, North Carolina. They'll be running on May 13th. They were unfortunately rained out the last time they raced, so this will be the first race in several weeks that they'll be able to run. Typically, their gates open at 10 o'clock with practice starting at 2, but definitely check out their Facebook page to see if any updates on exact times that they are going to be opening up. So go in and check them out. The first racetrack we want to talk about in South Carolina, running on May 13th, is Low Country Kartway in Anor, South Carolina. They've got a lot of different classes, including their Hobby 375, also a No Pro shootout that they'll be having that night. This event will be an all Reaper tire event, and if you notice on the Reaper's Facebook page this past week, there was a little bit of news on a possible, maybe, release date of the new tire in July. So definitely keep an eye on that page if you are running Reaper tire or thinking about running it in the future. Great tire. We do run it ourselves on a couple of different events, and so definitely get out and check them out. Also running in South Carolina is Warrior Creek Speedway in Gray Court, South Carolina. They had a great facility and great surface last week, and so they'll be running again on Saturday night. So check out their Facebook page. As of right now, they don't have a whole lot of details, but they definitely will update them as the week goes on. They're always great about that, so check them out. Next up is Sickle Hill Kartway in Manning, South Carolina, which is in southeastern South Carolina. They'll put it on a great show again on May 13th with gates opening up at 3 and practice starting at 5. So definitely get out and check them out and support the local tracks. Next up racing is Lake City Speedway in Lake City, South Carolina. They will be running their Mother's Day race on May 13th. The gates opening at 2 p.m. or practice starting at 3 p.m. Definitely check out their Facebook page for any updates between now and race time, and definitely get out and check them out.